Last year, we had gone to Surat and conducted a survey in Khadi Basti, a slum settlement, and were disheartened to see the poor housing conditions that the residents were living in. Many of the houses had broken floors, walls made of different materials, and some even lacked a proper roof. Upon speaking with the residents, we learned that they had to spend money every year on their homes. We surveyed 15 such houses to gather more information. This year, we embarked on phase 2 of our project to address these housing issues. Till now, we have talked about what can be done, what can happen, how will we do it, and now how we will start in phase 2. This year, we went back on the 6th, told them that we are going to conduct a 2-day workshop here regarding your house, about how your house can be made. Arup, who are architects and engineers, have joined us in ROOH. They will tell us this is our roof and what material to use so that it does not leak, does not heat up, or gets too cold. They are our partners and they will work with us to go house to house to identify solutions with the help of the local community and local people. We will take local knowledge and add their knowledge and come up with solutions for these houses whose data we have already collected. We will have two options here. Either we demolish and construct a new house totally, the other is retrofitting. Whichever is better for structural stability, climate change, environment. And how do we build that? But we also need to know the capacity of the people to build their own house. There will be training for you as well as for them, and we will understand from them and identify how we can make it in a simple way. You have told us how the method of how this work has to be done, and we will work accordingly. How to explain this to people, how to talk about the condition of their house, the materials that have been used. We will explain that we do the construction, but we do not know whether this will increase or reduce the heat or cold and what we have to do in the rains. We will also explain to them in the same manner about the materials. There are lots of materials, but what are the qualities of different materials? What are the benefits of using them? We have to tell them. Then, how do we have to work with the people? We will work with the 15 houses, but we have to work together with the whole settlement. And we also have to work with the masons, laborers, and the vendors from whom we go and get the materials. When we start anything new, it takes time and effort to explain to the community what we are doing. For example, if we complete any one house and they feel this is very good, better than what they had, then they will come with us. But for this, we will have to work very hard. Still, women had a lot of questions. It would be better if we had pakka houses. So we told them that it takes a lot of money to make pakka houses, and you all can't spend that much money. You have used all these different materials in the house. Using the same materials, how can we make our roof better? We came back on the 26th, and with us, engineers and architects from Arup was also there. Our aim is to use our expertise, the engineering knowledge that we have. We are not going to do anything new. Based on what we already know, how do we deal with the situation about heat in the houses or leakage in the rains or flooding due to rains with locally available materials? How do we tackle these issues? This will be our main input for this project. Arab team visited and spoke to the households that we had surveyed. They saw the houses, they saw 8 to 10 houses and went in and talked to the people. Talked about their issues, what materials they have used, and gathered all information. It would get wet during the rains. We salvaged tiles from reconstruction sites where people threw away old tiles. There is no concrete. We just put the cement over sand and put the tiles. They said there will be a demonstration tomorrow and they will tell us about the material that we can use to build the house. Contractors and masons were also invited, and the team from Arup showed them on the screen how a particular house was and how it was made over. The materials to be used were thermocol, plastic, cloth pieces, sponge, and cardboard. And how, if we put them together as a sandwich between two tin sheets, it will prevent rainwater from coming in, no cold, no heat, and it will last 10 to 12 years at a low cost. As soon as they started with the demo, people quickly joined in to look at what was happening. First, they lay down a tin sheet, then a plastic sheet, put plastic bottles on top, then thermocol and cloth pieces. Everyone was helping with the different layers, and they all liked this method. Still, there was a question in the women's hearts. How will this house look like? How will it be made? First is the time it will take to make. Today, we made this sample and it took us about 15 to 20 minutes. I gave you an idea that if you make a sack of tarpaulin sheets, if you sew together a 3 by 6 foot sack, it will take less than 15 minutes because you only have to fill up the sack. Second is the question about cost. And you all can tell the cost of these things better. There was a gentleman in the morning who said that he will only have to buy another tin sheet. That is the only expense. Even if you add that cost, there was another gentleman who said that this will cost 10 times less than constructing a slab. Now comes the question of how long will this last? The most important thing here are the top and bottom sheets. You all have tin sheets in your homes. How often do you change them? This lady says she hasn't changed it in 24 years. I will cut it down to 12 years. Even if it lasts 12 years, it is a net gain for us, isn't it? And you can also fix this with cement sheets, no problem. There were masons, contractors, and laborers with us. They saw the whole process and helped us in making the model with the engineers. The masons also liked the idea and said that we can also construct this adding our ideas to it. I like the model you showed us. It is very good and can be a success. The only thing we have to do is it is packed from three sides, but the front opening should also be packed with something. Our settlements have a big problem of rats and rodents, and if they get in, they will cut up all the material we filled inside. We will have to keep that in mind when we do this. Otherwise, the project is very good. This is a good solution for the poor people as it has a solution to tackle heat. Second, the cost is much less as compared to making a new house, which is double or triple the cost. That is why I liked it. A poor man can build a house at less cost. He will be saved from heat and other benefits. It is a good thing. First, it has to be a success. We will wait to see the results. Then we will discuss it again. But it is a good thing. I like the low cost option. I live in Rasulabad and I will try out this solution in my own house and check. Then you can advertise. First, make your own house, let others see it, and then they will be convinced. We have to gain knowledge from it. If it does not help in reducing the heat in the first year, then we will try another material and same for the next year. And we will learn which material will be the coolest. The formula that Sir has told us about is very good for the poor. It can be made from different waste materials. This will work in all seasons winter, rains, heat. There will be no problem using this solution. Also, less cost and less materials are used. We spoke to the women to find out what they felt about this. They said it is good and we can use it for a longer period of time. They said they can make their roof in less money, which will suit all weathers rain, heat, cold. The Masons also liked it and said they can also make it using their own skills. We also told the community women who save daily that they could start a separate savings account for their homes. And they agreed since they like this and they want a good house. My suggestion is that we should do at least one model house like this, which we can showcase for communities in other cities also.